Welcome back, everyone. Maximum Effort. Marvel has a brand new video of Deadpool 3 of Wolverine vs. Deadpool on that Void Planet from the Loki series. And we just got the Loki Season 2 trailer, which has a bunch of Easter eggs for what's happening during Deadpool 3, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the episodes. Loki Season 2 will be coming in October, but Ahsoka episodes will be coming before that. I'll do videos for everything. There's a lot of really big stuff coming up. The scene is Deadpool and Wolverine fighting each other in front of the remnants of the 20th Century Fox logo on the Void Planet. The joke being that Fox got pruned at some point in a meta-commentary on Disney buying out Fox, Marvel getting all the X-Men, Fantastic Four characters back, recasting everyone, so they're clowning on the metaphor that the old X-Men movies, and all the Fox Marvel movies for that matter, don't really matter that much anymore because Marvel is making new ones that are canon to the MCU, so they're getting rid of all the old stuff. That was kind of the point of the Void Planet. It was the stuff that they pruned that they sent to this place at the end of time that they didn't want to deal with anymore. The real reason that He Who Remains Kang created the Void Planet, though, was to prune all the dangerous variants that would lead to the rise of dangerous versions of Kang, dangerous versions of himself. That was the whole secret of the Void Planet. Like, all the different Lokis there were meant to be so different that they led to the rise of dangerous Kang variants. So, like, anything that was out of place that would lead to the rise of a dangerous Kang got put there. So, like, the pyramids from the Rama Tut version of Kang. Apparently, in whichever Fox Marvel universe that this Fox logo came from, there was a dangerous Kang variant that rose up there. There were some Easter eggs for the Rama Tut version of Kang during X-Men Apocalypse because Apocalypse's backstory crosses over with the Rama Tut version of Kang. But because of the way the copyright issues worked between the Fox Marvel movies and the MCU Marvel movies, I don't think that Fox actually had the rights to do the Kang character in any of their movies. Originally what happened is that Rama Tut was the first persona that Kang created for himself. He went to the distant past to try and rule. Eventually he just got bored of it after he fought the Fantastic Four there. When he escaped to the future, that's when he created the Kang the Conqueror persona and then came back to the past to fight the Avengers over and over again. But when he left the distant past in ancient Egypt, he actually left everything to Apocalypse and set him up as his successor. So at the beginning of X-Men Apocalypse, it just means that that has already happened, like there's already been a version of Rama Tut Kang that has passed everything on to Apocalypse. In reality, what Kevin Feige is doing now is they are recasting some new versions of the X-Men characters, Fantastic Four characters, but some of them will continue, like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool will continue. Some of the classic X-Men actors will also be back again for Avengers 6 Secret Wars, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will be back because of the multiverse of it all. It's meant to be sort of like a swan song for all the classic Fox Marvel movies, not just the classic X-Men movies, but the Fantastic Four movies, even Ben Affleck's Daredevil, all that stuff. That's why there's so many of those cameos in Deadpool 3. Like, I've already done videos about Chris Evans coming back as Human Torch from the Fantastic Four movies, Ben Affleck coming back as his Daredevil. Even Jennifer Garner is coming back as her version of Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Some of those cameos will be bigger than others. Like, it's more of an X-Men movie than it is like a Daredevil, Ben Affleck kind of movie, so his scenes will probably be pretty short compared to the classic X-Men actors that are coming back. Very apropos, Ke Huy Quan, who is now in the MCU through Loki Season 2 as this character, was also working on the first X-Men movie. This is him working with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. The circle of Easter eggs is now complete. But the other thing that this scene confirms is that Deadpool and Wolverine have been pruned by the TVA at some point in the movie because Deadpool has been jumping around with Cable's time travel device, causing a whole bunch of Nexus events, destabilizing the multiverse even more. Then they just have it out with each other, hacking away because Wolverine can't stand Deadpool. That's why the logo had him swiping his claws through Deadpool's symbol. But the joke is that they both have healing factors, so the fight goes on forever since they keep instantly healing the damage, and eventually they just get bored of hacking away bits of each other and have to come together to find a way to escape the Void Planet, just like Loki and Sylvie did during Loki Season 1. During the Loki Season 2 trailer, we also see Renslayer, who escaped at the end of Season 1, back on that Void Planet witnessing something, so at some point she has to escape the Void Planet too. Normally when stuff got sent to the Void Planet, He Who Remains Kang would have Alioth just consume them and obliterate them from all of existence. Sort of like a cosmic trash compactor that was capable of consuming entire universes.
I harnessed the beast's power and began experimenting on it.
I weaponized Alioth. And I ended the multiversal war.
We'll see what they explain happened to Alioth after the end of Season 1, because if He Who Remains Kang was the one that found and controlled him and sent him to the Void Planet, then maybe that didn't happen in this new version of the timeline. We actually see the remains, like literally the body of He Who Remains at the end of Loki Season 1 during the Loki Season 2 trailer. I think they just have that at the beginning of the season to address what happens next after that moment. The people we know that are coming back from the Loki series in Deadpool 3 are at least Mobius and Miss Minutes. There'll be some new TVA characters who aren't in Loki Season 2, like Matthew McFadden from Succession is supposed to be the TVA agent Mobius assigns to Deadpool's case. His name is meant to be Paradox. During the Loki Season 2 trailer, Ke Huy Quan is kind of like the tech guy for the TVA. His office is literally in the bottom level of the TVA, and his name is Ouroboros, so they all have time-themed names. Emma Corrin is supposed to be a TVA judge who sentences Deadpool, and I'm not expecting Loki himself to show up, but we'll see. There might be some Deadpool 3 post-credit scenes at the end of Loki Season 2, or just some Deadpool Easter eggs. There's a lot of conflicting reports about what the timeline is for all this, like if Deadpool 3 comes after Loki Season 2 or before it, and it might come before it, because in the Loki Season 2 trailer, you see them inspecting the raw timeline itself. And it looks like time itself is unraveling, like a rope unraveling, which means that time itself is coming apart, like time is being destroyed slowly from the back to the front. When we see Loki glitching out, there was a similar effect in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania where it looked like some of the Ant-Man versions were literally unraveling.
Got this guy! Mobius! Wow! Great to see you again!
That's what's been happening.
Wow. Time slipping.
Wait, you know that?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
No. It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
I know, but we just saw it happen.
Now, this isn't meant to be the exact same thing as glitching during Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's a little bit different. Glitching is the result of someone from a different universe being in the wrong universe. All the TVA agents are meant to be variants, so they're all different versions in the wrong universe, and we've seen them walking around in other universes being just fine and not glitching. So even though what's happening to Loki here looks similar to what's happening in Across the Spider-Verse, it's not the exact same thing. But Deadpool 3 is adapting a version of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, the joke being that he's killing the Fox Marvel Universe, causing a bunch of incursions, destabilizing the multiverse even more, and according to Kevin Feige, it's a big tipping point for the multiverse heading up to Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, Avengers 6 Secret Wars, with all the incursions. The idea is that they have a version of the Kang Multiverse War, like a big on-screen $300 million version during Avengers 5, and that leads to the destruction of all the remaining universes till at the very end, they actually combine the remnants into a single universe, single planet, battle world, and that's Avengers 6 Secret Wars. So what might be happening is that during Loki Season 1, Sylvie kills He Who Remains, freeing the wider multiverse to rise, leading to a bunch of evil Kang variants coming back, starting a new Kang Multiverse War. That begins to destabilize the multiverse, with all the different Kangs destroying other universes. Then Doctor Strange causes more incursions during Multiverse of Madness, destabilizing things a little bit more. Things continue to get worse. Then Deadpool 3 comes along. He wrecks the multiverse way, way worse, leading to the damage you see to the timeline here in Loki Season 2. So time itself breaking, coming apart at the seams isn't solely because of what Sylvie did. It's a sum total of all the damage all these different Marvel characters have been doing across Marvel Phase 4, Marvel Phase 5, in addition to the Kang Multiverse War. That'll all just culminate in Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty. I've already talked about Wolverine's yellow costume. It's based a little bit more on the astonishing X-Men version, but it's based on a reality which might wind up being the 838 reality, like they might wind up going back there and turning that into a House of M reality. I think that's why all the X-Men that are coming back are meant to look so much more comic book accurate to those classic costumes. That's how they're avoiding completely retconning the events of Logan in some of the other Fox Marvel movies, like it's a completely different timeline where Deadpool finds this version of Wolverine, who's a slightly younger version of the character than we saw during Logan. Supposedly, though, they're actually going to be pulling an Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania joke, like where you saw the army of Ant-Man, like an army of ants, but it's an army of Ant-Men. They'll be doing a similar thing with Deadpool 3, with a bunch of different Deadpool variants and a bunch of Wolverine variants. That might be something that happens because of what they're doing on the Void Planet here, because they did that joke during Loki Season 1 where you have a bunch of different Lokis. That's where Deadpool would find a bunch of different Deadpool variants and a bunch of different Wolverine variants. I'm not going to hold my breath or anything, but it would be hilarious if they actually show us a Deadpool variant, like some weird Ryan Reynolds Deadpool variant at some point during Loki Season 2 while someone is on the Void Planet. If you spotted any other Easter eggs or references in any of the footage in the video, just write it below in the comments. We'll get more teasers and trailers later this year, and we get Ahsoka episodes in a couple weeks, so be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss any of that stuff. Click here for my full Loki Season 2 trailer video, and click here for that brand new Ahsoka trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, maximum effort,